Welcome back to the Back End Podcast. I'm back with Jack and Patrick. It has been a long week. I hope you've all missed us because we are back this week. There was a lot of Euro qualifying rounds. I didn't watch any. There was a lot of EPL on the weekend. I only watched the Chelsea and a bit of the Arsenal game. And Champions League is back this week, so it's going to be very exciting. First things first, Man United Liverpool. I want to get straight into it.
Just quickly.
It was game of the round.
Wait. Just quickly.
Yes.
You didn't even ask how we are.
Yeah, didn't ask how we are. First of all.
Oh my god.
I don't think you'll be introducing us much longer, Pat. I think I might have to take this on the table.
Well, we offered you today, and you said,
Yeah, well, I'm not feeling it today, but you still got to ask how we are.
do it today.
Because at the end of the day, me and Pat.
And I didn't mind yours, but you could have been like, "Welcome back to the Back End Podcast. I'm here with Jack and Pat."
They said I'm back.
Yeah.
I
said we're back. I did wordplay there.
I can't remember what you said, but moral of the story is you didn't ask how we were.
Okay, sorry.
And secondly is all three of us hardly watched any football.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie.
This weekend. So
I know, I was sort of out a bit Saturday night, and I was a bit sick, and I was like, I can't be fucked.
Yeah, he was out.
I'm not gonna get into this converson. This between you.
It wasn't the 21st.
Wow.
It was with my brother and my cousins.
That's
Wow.
between you and your headspace.
Should we ask about your Saturday night, Marcus?
No, we shall
Okay,
not ask about my Saturday night.
So-
All right,
Jack.
well, let's
We'll be quiet then.
let's get into the actual football. So yeah, we didn't watch too much over the weekend, but we can still sort of look at the stats and scores can sort of
Yeah, but as I said before about that, it's hard to make. I feel like for me, it's hard to make the transition. I told you guys before, but
yeah.
when you have that break of no football, I just adjust to it, and I was like,
Yeah.
football's on. I sort of lost keenness for it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not saying I'm not gonna watch a game ever again. I'm just I just gone from being really keen, and then it just dropping off.
Yeah, the break definitely does stuff up a lot. Teams' momentum, fans' enjoyment, especially when the international break has got so much drama around it, like we were talking about earlier.
And also the players are putting 100% in the international games.
And Arsenal sucking is also another thing.
No, that's got nothing to do with the international break, Jack.
Yeah, because their players suck. They suck even more.
Okay, then, yeah. That
What
had nothing
was
to do
that?
with it. We were actually getting into a serious matter here. But, no, it does ruin a lot when the international break comes in. I know a lot of people hate it. I can't actually think of anyone that enjoys it besides the World Cup.
I mean, yeah, besides the major competitions like the Copa America, the World Cup, the Euros, they're
The Asian Cup
Asia
for the
World Cup.
Australians, mate.
Yeah, you know what? The Asian Cup, I've enjoyed the last couple of Asian Cups. Haven't been that bad.
I only enjoyed the one we won. And now since Graham Arnold's out, I do not actually give a fuck about the soccer.
But it's not bad. It's not bad because Australia actually have a chance.
I understand that, but we have a chance, but we're still bad. We won our international games that we should have over the past couple of weeks, but we're still bad. We still lack a lot.
We're playing a bunch of second world country, third world country teams. They're nothing special.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the only teams that are in our way in the Asia sort of area is obviously Korea and Japan and China.
Yeah. So
not even China so much actually, just more Japan
China
and Korea.
ain't that good. So yeah, we're still not the best, but I understand where you come from that point of view. But yeah, the major competitions definitely dominate
sports
it.
for Australia is another topic that soccer, or football, will never be top. Will never be good.
No.
So that's a question that I don't even bother with. Yes, I'm half Italian. I sort of support Italy. I don't really give a fuck at the end of the day.
Yeah, and I know none of us watch the A-League. I do a little bit. I'm not going to sit here and agree with you guys and say I don't watch it. I do watch it. It has started. I'm a Western United supporter as of this year. That's going to sound stupid, but I can't support the shit that we put out on the field as in Adelaide. So I support Western United. Yeah, look, it's just started. Nothing special. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not even going to go into
See that
it.
guy's goal? I don't know. Someone, maybe Western Sydney, they played Melbourne Victory.
Who?
The German guy did the really nice chip.
Yeah.
Keeper. Yeah, I saw that.
Nice.
Besides that, I don't watch much of it. I think it's
Yeah.
really boring. Doesn't have a nice atmosphere. Personally, on my opinion, basketball's taken over as a professional sport in Australia. Maybe not youth, but as a professional sport.
Yeah.
They had
I don't agree
I
with
think
that.
they had,
NBL's
50, I think
pretty
they had
entertaining.
57,000 over their first three or two rounds.
Yeah,
And if you think about that, I don't know how many the A-League got.
The A-League wouldn't have gotten that.
But, 57,000, and they're playing in stadiums with,
12,000.
capacity of 50, 60,000. And the basketball of some stadiums can only get, 8,000 max.
Yeah.
I went to Phase Sixers on the weekend, and, first game at Adelaide Entertainment Centre, really good. Like, it's never going to beat the NBA, but on a standpoint level, it's really enjoyable. I know we're getting off topic here, and I'll quickly keep this.
That's all right.
No.
I'll keep this nice.
It's a nice conversation.
I'll keep it nice and short. But like Entertainment Centre, I know you boys haven't really paid much attention to it until I sort of brought it up to you. But it's really good atmosphere for a basketball game. Something you don't expect.
In the past, I never liked the NBL because I thought it was going to be like another A-League where it's just like a shitter competition compared to the big one overseas. But I mean, I'm slowly starting to get into it. Also, obviously, a huge attraction for me getting into it was Bowl coming in. But
we're going to that game.
Yeah, and we'll go to that game when he comes down. But I've only been to one NBL game, and that was a couple years ago. But now that and that's when I didn't appreciate basketball. Like, I didn't like it, but now I appreciate it. I like NBA and all that kind of stuff. I can sort of appreciate the NBL maybe a little bit more.
Like, I was, like, in the same boat as you. Like, I hated the NBL. I couldn't stand it. I said, like, they're all shit. Like, they're big tech players.
Yeah, they're all...
you go to a couple games...
They're all rejects.
These guys... I wouldn't say they're rejects, because, like, end of the day, they're just...
No, but I'm saying...
They got to make a fucking living, man. They're not rejects.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it like that, but I'm saying,
exactly
like, as in the
said.
A-League...
That's exactly...
You know what I mean? Like...
No, but the A-Leagues are just
if you don't make it in Europe, they...
No, yeah, but they come to Australia.
Yeah.
They're not rejects. They're just not good enough.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, this level here, you watch a couple...
So rude, man.
Those rejects was offended. I got mates that playing that league. Fucking
That's
reject.
why that hurt him.
That's what I thought it was, but now not anymore.
So did I. I only think they were
NBL.
rejects because that was stupid. But, I thought they weren't as good.
Oh, no, I thought rejects.
But the
I thought
competition,
that level.
because, there's only like 28 games or something like that. You got to think about 28 games. Everyone's playing for a top 4 spot. NBA, there's fucking 68 games or 82 games. That's a lot of games, a lot of traveling. Like hard work and dedication to them guys. But like here, it's just a lot more enjoyable because you can't. I support Miami, you support New Orleans, you support Memphis, but at the end of the day, we don't really give a fuck, do we? Like, and we're not gonna sit here and cry. Like, I have a bit more of a thing for Miami than both of you guys do because I've grown up basketball and you guys haven't. But you sit there, you sit there, you don't really care. You support a team like if the Adelaide United was pumping, the A-League was pumping, getting a good, filling out Highmarsh Stadium or Cooper Stadium, whatever the fuck it's called now. You would enjoy
I would
it.
heavily invest more.
You would enjoy it. Yeah.
I would invest more.
They are biggest waste.
The reason why I don't invest my time and money to the A-League is because it's not enjoyable. I don't like how the system works that they've got. And on top of that, you go to a game, it's like sitting down. I'd rather just fucking sit down on the couch and watch it on the TV.
I want to ask a
Because
question.
it's probably got a better atmosphere than the fucking couch at home.
I want to ask a question because I was watching the A-League over the weekend. I just want to ask a question. The NBL, because you watch a lot on TV as well, I'd imagine. Yeah. Okay. The post-game, pre-game, and like if they do half-time, like
Talking,
interviews, do they ask stupid fucking questions in the NBL?
Like, give me what.
Okay, so like I was watching the A-League and they did like a post-game conference. Archie Thompson did it with Diamante, right? The Italian guy that's come from Palermo. He's come to play for Western United, right? Anyway, the other foreign player, the Greek guy, he scored a great goal, right? Scored a ripper goal. Anyway, they asked Diamante this question. They were like, "Are you happy for Kone, who scored the goal, and is it a competition between you two who can score the most goals, or are you just happy for the team to win?" Like,
But you're gonna get stupid questions from every sport and every league.
no, you won't. It's only Australian.
No. I've heard stuff like that in the Premier League. I've heard
No,
stuff like that
but-
in the NBA.
But it's
Do you remember
embarrassing.
that? Have you seen on YouTube? There's an NBA compilation of stupid questions being asked to players, and
Oh no, he's right. There's
No,
Russell
you will
Westbrook.
get it.
I remember Russell Westbrook got asked the question, right? So they lost against, I think it was Utah or something, and then they were like, he was like, this is what the reporter said to Russell Westbrook. He's like, "So Russell, did you guys lose the game or did Utah win the game?"
Yeah, see, that's
That's
stupid.
the question.
I'm sorry, but no, I understand where you come from. A lot of people do it.
No, but like-
Australian soccer, like our pundits here,
Yeah.
Bosnich and all that, they're dumb.
Even in the AFL, they're not that good.
Like they're actually retarded.
I wouldn't say they're that bad in the NBL, but I hate to be like sexist, but there's like just one woman that just states the obvious every time, and
Yeah.
it's the most frustrating thing.
Yeah.
And like, I don't care if you're a man or a woman, but she sits there and it's just like, oh wow, it's such a great behind. Like she just like fucking recalls the play when we can see it right in front of our eyes.
I hate it when I hate it when they do that as well.
And I was
I
like,
hate it
I
when
was
they
like,
do that.
I'm like, what are you fucking saying? I'm like, just shut up. Like, you don't need to say that. You're not adding any extra input. What sucks about the NBL, which is really disappointing on a whole competition level, not going to the next level, is the fact that I don't really care about much of the injuries and stuff. Like, I don't know how it works. Adelaide United and the A-League are probably a bit more better, but there's a guy for Cairns, sat on the bench the whole game. Commentators knew nothing about it, like why he didn't play, for the whole game. They didn't know he was injured, and Cairns doesn't tweet it out, or you reckon someone would go up to him like, why is he not playing? Like, that stuff's just really poor.
Yeah. And
that's why that's not best level. But right now, they're probably the third best league. Behind the European League,
Yeah.
It's really...
Well, our Boomers did really well.
Yeah, like for the Boomers beating the US in Melbourne, which I saw, which was, shocking, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, that was history. It's the first time we've ever bet them, which I was like, fucking hell. And you go from that, that brings more hype to the NBL. Bring LaMelo Ball and RJ Hampton, 2 top 10 picks.
Well, do you reckon the NBL is almost is at college level, American college?
At the end of the day, you're playing against grown men.
Yeah.
So, like, in my basketball that I coach, sometimes we'll bring up kids from the under-18s if we're low on numbers. So if we get a kid from under-18s playing against kids coming against playing 22, 23-year-olds.
Yeah.
It's a big stretch, isn't it?
Yeah.
You get LaMelo and RJ, who's fucking younger than us.
When's your next game? Coaching?
Tonight.
Tonight?
Yeah.
Are you free, Marcus, tonight?
It's a 9-10. I really wouldn't come. It's my first game as a Div 2 coach, and I probably won't be doing much. So if you want to come watch me actual coach.
Are you actual head coach?
Yeah, I'm head coach of the team because it's my...
Wait, hold on.
We can say off topic. We don't even have to talk about this on here.
I just want to finalise something here. So you said to me before you coached Div 3.
So my team is... So there's Div 1... So there's Premier League Reserve, there's Div 1, there's Div 2, there's Div 2 against, Div 2 A and B.
Yep.
Then there's Squad 2, which is Div 3, Div 4, Div 5. I'm the squad coach of Squad 2. I coach Div 3. And I'll coach Div 5 if they're at the same arena, because I don't have a coach.
You're going to coach 3 teams, basically.
Well, Monday night, it's alright. So Monday night, if someone gives me something to do, I'm not really working at the moment. So
Do you get paid for this?
Nah, I don't get paid a cent.
You don't get paid?
No.
Really?
Wow.
At least we get paid with our coaching job for...
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's not enough money at the end of the
fair
day.
enough.
You get kids pay $800 to $1,000 for fees for soccer.
fair enough. Yeah.
$1,000.
Ours is $100-$200.
Yeah.
No, it makes
You
sense.
know what I mean? Like, that's a big difference.
My kid's gonna play fucking basketball.
And you've got 11 kids at soccer plus say 5 on the bench. So you got about 16 kids.
So is it a Div 2 game today?
That's $1,600 or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tonight I'm coaching the Div 2.
Well, we'll talk about it after, anyways.
yeah, but as I haven't been with
We
the
have
head,
trailed off.
as I haven't been with the team, understanding the structures and plays they're running.
Yeah.
My trainer's on the same time, so we're trying to fix that so I can go to that one. I'll be sort of coaching, but I'll have an assistant that's the Div 1 coach just running plays and keeping me in the loop and stuff.
That's
But on
fine.
to soccer,
Anyway,
because
back
Australian
to
soccer's never going to be any good, so let's just talk about...
anyway,
Yeah.
back
Let's
to
go.
the match of the round.
Oh, okay.
A lot
Are
of
we going to
people
talk
call
about
for-
that, or are we going to do the predictions?
No, I want to go straight into Manchester
All right.
United Liverpool. I
Okay.
want to
Did
get.
you both watch it? No.
No.
No, you didn't. Did you?
I was up because I watched the Sampdoria at Roma game. It was a 0 draw, quarter past
boring.
1. I turned the TV off and fell asleep
Yeah.
because I was knackered.
I watched it. And what you can say is a standard Liverpool United Old Trafford game. The past 3 matches that we've visited Old Trafford have ended in a 0-0, 1-1 result.
Yep.
And it was just standard. And the commentators said something interesting during the game that I thought is actually a very good point in that, 10 years ago, Liverpool and Manchester United were just playing their own game and just going out and just trying to get the win. Now, it's more of a tactical You know, and what's this team, you know, what's Jurgen Klopp going to do? What's Ole going to do? You know, obviously, Mane, we've got to, you know, track him, and it's more tactical now. So, I think that's why it's gotten a little bit boring, and that's why derbies are boring, not as good as what they used to be back in the day, because, you know, the managers go in, they don't want to lose, because they're scared to lose, because obviously they want to win for the fans.
And their jobs
and you know, and because it means more to the fans. So they go in with tactics, heavy tactics. They tell them to not, you know, push so high up, to, you know, be cautious. And that's what it is with Liverpool, Man United these days, is that, you know, back 10 years ago, they would both just go all out and just do whatever they want. But now, you know, it's more tactical. It's more, let's wait and watch and see what they do first. And that's why it's always now going really, really boring, these kind of matches.
So was it a boring game?
It was like you could probably describe it as like a romance movie, maybe. It starts off slow, but then it gets sort of interesting towards the end.
That's always like every top table, like, rival.
Yeah, it was...
It always does take a while to build up until the first goal scored, and then other team wants to come back and fight harder.
Well, I mean, it was very, very... I mean, the first half was very hard to watch. For a neutral fan, it would be very hard to watch. But then when United scored, Liverpool were sort of pushing a little bit harder.
Yeah.
And that's when it got a bit more interesting. And then, really, the best part was the last 10 minutes. Because then it hit 1-1. Or the last 6 minutes, 7 minutes. It hit 1-1, and the game just opened up. It just opened up completely. United had really 2 good chances. We had a couple good chances in the last 7 minutes. And you know, but overall, I called this. I said a draw, but if you listen back to the podcast, I remember specifically saying it's going to be probably a 1-1 draw, but I'm backing my team because it's my team. That's what I said. I remember like no tomorrow. And it happened because it's typical. It's so typical.
Yeah.
So,
and as a Liverpool supporter, you obviously feel Salah would have made a big difference if he
played. But I mean,
not a big difference.
No, he would have made a difference. But the only thing is, it's just it wouldn't have changed the game. He would have changed a little bit of it, but not. He wouldn't have changed the game. It still would have been a slow, boring game, hard to get into. It was just, you know, you get hyped up all week for the derby, and you get hyped up, and you know you for your team and everything, and then it's just when you watch the game, it's just so boring.
Well, like,
it's just
personally, like, I feel that Manchester United football is boring anyway.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of people
I can watch
say.
Liverpool play Sheffield and enjoy it, but if I watch like Liverpool play Man United, they just park the bus and they expect a one-off counter. Which, you know, I'm pretty sure that's how Rashford scored. It was pretty nice ball by whoever the player who passed it.
What I said to Marcus before you came, what ruined Liverpool was Manchester United's injury, because they got one of their midfielders had got, you know, a bit of an injury during the pre-game warm-up.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
And what Ole did is he changed the tactics. He brought in another centre back and he played 5 at the back. And basically that fucked Liverpool because, you know, 5 at the back, it's very hard to break down. And, you know, we just,
But also, on the other hand, a team like Liverpool should have won that game 3-0. Maybe that's, I know it's a big game for Liverpool. But at the end of the day, Man United are not a strong side.
Yeah.
And, like, as a Liverpool standpoint, you know, that's 2 points they probably could have needed in the long run. Like, if that was City, I think City probably smacked them, you know? Which is disappointing for Liverpool, but the draw is better than nothing. Like,
they should.
You're still clear of the table, but, you know, Man City have started to grip up a bit, and they notched for a bit, but they're starting to, you know, get on the high horse. And I feel like, nothing against you, Pat, but I feel like Liverpool could be slipping down, you know, start to play a bit of...
Yeah.
Because if people figure out the 5 back works against you guys, they're going to run it. Like, you're telling me they're stupid enough to they're not going to run it?
Yeah.
You know, we nearly beat yous in the Cup.
But the thing is, it's different. It's different because, you know, we played against, I think it was Norwich, who played 5 at the back, and we scored 3 goals against them. Yeah, it's just a different... It depends on the time. You know, they played 5 at the back.
Also taking the CAC into attack. Man United. It can't. Man United's defense versus Norwich is a bit different. Very
Exactly.
different.
And also, but you also got to take in factor the venue. You know, Old Trafford. It's a hard place to go to still. I mean, a lot of people aren't saying it isn't anymore, but when it's a derby, the commentators said they haven't seen Old Trafford like that in a long time. They were loud and they were really putting
it would be
bursting their team
one
up.
of the most intimidating grounds to go to.
Yeah. And so
In
it was
England.
a derby. It was at Old Trafford. They did play that 5 at the back.
Yeah.
And on top of that, we
But
didn't
you-
have.
Like, no offense, you guys have played 2 Champions League finals in a fucking row. You know, you're one of the most successful teams in England and in the world at the moment. That stuff shouldn't be scaring you.
I know.
That's
But,
like you're professional.
No, I
athletes.
get where you come from.
But I do get like, but
You
none of
gotta-
them. Are,
but at the end of the day,
how many players in that team are homegrown Liverpool? Like come up through the relay,
Well,
the reins.
Henderson wasn't, but he kind of feels like a homegrown.
Yeah, like that's fair.
Liverpool
I'll give you that.
player.
But besides that, you don't have many players that
Yeah,
have been
Arnold
through
and
the.
that's
You know,
about
have had. Well, that rivalry would mean so much to him.
Well, the thing is,
You know, there's
that's
Milner
what,
that I feel like would, but I don't even know if he played.
But
I'll give Mane the chance because he's been in England pretty much his whole
But
life.
that brings up a good point in that I've heard a lot of pundits saying that rivalries aren't what they are anymore because the players don't understand it.
Yeah, I
But
don't think it's-
if you think about it, I mean, I still think because a lot of these foreign players wouldn't understand it, like the Brazilians and the Argentinians and all that kind of stuff. But I feel like our squad, that starting 11 there, would understand it. Mane would understand it. Firmino would understand
I think
it.
I think they would more understand that
I think like the Merseyside
it's against
derby.
Manchester United. I think
I don't think there's
you know what I
much of
mean. I understand where you come from. You know, your squad's been together for a while now. They would understand what it means to play Manchester. I think it's just the figure that they're playing Manchester United and they're not playing Newcastle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for them, it's a big game because it's one of the big 6 teams,
Yeah.
not because that whole history behind. Because I'm telling you, they wouldn't understand the history. They wouldn't understand what it means.
And, like you ask how many like if you're the general man, like even when you play like Football Manager and you play FIFA, or not so much FIFA but Football Manager, you know they ask, well, you know much about the club's history and
Yeah,
all that.
yeah.
Even Klopp, at the end of the day, has been there for what 4 years now, 6,
Yeah.
4, one of them.
4 years, 3 years, something like that.
He doesn't know much about the
Well,
rivalry.
look, none
Like,
of those
that's-
11 players would understand and know so much about that rivalry compared to a fan who's been following the club for 40
Oh
years.
no, no shit.
But they still would have an understanding that this is a rivalry. These are our major rivals because Man United are more rivals to us than Man United. Liverpool is Man United's biggest rivals over Man City any day of the week, as well as Liverpool is Man United. Man United is Liverpool's all day of the week. But these 11 players, Arnold would understand, but he's only 19.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or 20 years old.
Yeah,
He just
but
turned 20.
has he grown up loving Liverpool?
Yeah, he was a Liverpool fan growing
was he?
up, but
Like, there's like maybe like 5 guys in your team that game would mean something to him. Honest to God, I'm like keeping it real. Like
no, it would mean a lot to all of them, even on Man United's side. All of them.
I don't.
But
think so.
but it
I
won't
think
mean
at the end of the day,
as
it's
much.
just a
But
game.
it won't if they lose. They won't grief about it for the next 4 days.
I would grieve about it for the next 4 days if you lose to Man United because they shouldn't be. But I don't think many of the players would care. Like, don't care about winning the result. It's not like a showdown.
Yeah.
People know history about a showdown. It doesn't matter if you've been there for fucking 1 year. It's a showdown at the end of the day. It's built up with so much more, It's
But you got to
built-
understand.
Like, they're not crosstown rivals, are they?
But you got to understand,
No.
Jack.
Yeah.
When you look
Everton's
at that,
a crosstown rival.
when you look at that, everyone that plays in a showdown is Australian.
Yeah.
You got to understand that these blokes, some of them are English, some of them are coming from Spain,
Some of them from Africa.
Germany.
But like you said, it's such a big rival that you'd think that they would know how big the rival is. Wherever
Yeah.
you come from. Like,
You understand that, but if
No,
you're-
but they do understand it. They understand a little bit of it, but they wouldn't understand the
You
history.
wouldn't understand the
Let me
major
tell you
aspect of
something.
it. If
Can I-
if you're in Spain for Barcelona, you're not gonna go watch, especially if you're Spanish or Brazilian. You're not gonna watch Manchester United versus Liverpool play and take notice of the crowd, the history behind it. what the game meant, like how they go about it. You wouldn't
See,
worry
I
about
think
that.
I would. Like that's
Let me-
something
let me
like
tell
maybe
you
me
something.
as a player.
These
I'd
players
like.
would know it's a rivalry. They would know it means a lot to the fans, and they definitely know that both clubs hate each other. That's what they understand. But they don't understand history in terms of, back in fucking the 1800s, Liverpool and fucking Man United were rivalry in terms of the Industrial Revolution. Because that's how the rivalries actually started.
Yeah. No, they wouldn't.
It started back in... They wouldn't know that because they don't need to know that. They just need to know that the two clubs hate each other, that the fans want to win
Aren't you
for
in
pride,
Everton worse, though?
and that's it.
Aren't you an Everton like main role? Aren't they?
No, Man United is our main rivals.
Fucking man, I tell you.
What's wrong?
Nothing. My grandparents want me to go to the races every. I'm gonna call them actually. 'Cause I'm gonna hear about it for the next 3 weeks.
Alright, you go out in
Take
the
me
room.
for a minute.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
they want me to
that's
go to the races, they call me when I'm coaching. They call me when I'm asleep, and I've just missed that. And I go to mum and dad,
Go
and
out
then
that door there.
they fucking rip me.
All right, Jack's going out the room.
Jack's exited
but
the room.
you know what I mean? Like in
No,
terms
no,
of
I
they
get
don't
that.
know that history, but all they need to know is what they need to know in terms of they hate each other.
But it's you can understand, Pat. All they need to know is that, but it's a different feel for them still altogether.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
It's
feel
not-
like Arnold, it
It's
would
not
be a
that
different,
passion.
It would be a
You want to
different
play for the
experience.
club. You've moved to the club obviously because you love it.
Yeah.
And you feel comfortable there, but it's not the passion that fuck. I want to beat them. Like Manchester
Yeah.
United, we got to beat them because we're Liverpool. Blood, sweat, tears. No, it's not that. Because
You know what though?
they'll go draw that game, and then they got to worry about their next game.
Yeah, but that's how it is now. That's how it is.
No,
now.
that's how it is. You're exactly right. But all in all,
It just ruins derbies now.
It
You know,
does,
back in
it
the
does.
derbies 10 years ago, there was a
It does.
red card here
but
and there.
I feel that's why foreign players ruin leagues.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Because you're not
they don't
bringing in
understand
home.
it as-
See, I'm just gonna say this: in 2 years' time, if the Chelsea boys that are there right now, the English players, are still there, a Chelsea Arsenal rivalry, because I see Arsenal's youth coming up,
yeah,
is going to be big.
yeah.
You know, when Saka's starting, when
Yeah.
Maitland-Niles, Reece Nelson, Joe Willock and that are there playing, Tammy Abraham, Mason Mount, Reece James and all that, it's
Yeah.
going to mean a lot more because they're
Well,
homegrown boys.
no, I know what you mean.
You know what I mean? So it's going to be majority English, and it's going to mean a whole lot to these players because they're homegrown. You know, they've grown up in the academy.
Yeah.
We're beating Arsenal or beating Chelsea was such a big thing.
And also,
like,
they also
driven.
grew up with it. They also, they grew up with it through the academy, but they also grew up with it during their schooling
like,
and during,
they lived it,
and they
so-
know the rivalry through, they would have some mates who are Arsenal fans, and then they have
Yeah.
mates that are Chelsea fans, and that's the rivalry that they enjoy. But yeah, anyways, so that kind of sucked. That game.
I could imagine.
Um,
I would have taken a lot of sting out of it.
Yeah. And like Jack said before, the Sheffield and Liverpool game I actually enjoyed
That was a
more,
good
and it was
game.
more in the Southampton Liverpool game was way more entertaining
was a good game as
than
well.
thing, and also the Chelsea game was way more entertaining because Lampard took the game on,
Yeah.
and that's why I really like Lampard as a manager, and I really like. How he's, what he's doing for Chelsea is that, he's not fearing anyone. He's taking all the games on, and that's what I like about him.
I'm just looking at the results now. There were 4 draws this round.
Yeah.
So out of the 10 games, 4 draws.
And
one of them being Tottenham.
Aaron Moy, the Australian, got red
Yeah, he
carded.
got
It was
red
a
card.
stupid red card as well.
Oh, I didn't see it. I
So
saw
the
his
first
apology.
red card was the first yellow card.
Yeah.
So you got 2 yellows. The first yellow was talking back to the ref.
Yep, standard.
So he's just doing that of stupidity.
Yeah.
Then the second yellow, he knows he's on a yellow, but then he goes and dives in from behind
Yeah.
to get a second yellow,
Stupid.
and he got a red.
I saw his apology, so
Yeah, I mean, as a professional footballer, he should not be getting a red card because at the end of the day, he shouldn't have gotten 2 yellows.
no, exactly right. It's actually a bit upsetting that you go do some shoot, but heat of the moment, I guess you're kind of
Yeah.
all over the place. But yeah, so there were 4 draws in the round. Pretty interesting.
We'll get into the games when Jack comes
I'll
back.
wait for Jack to do predictions.
But while Jack's gone, I mean, because we're really going to talk about it, but the the racism. I don't know if you want to. Well, I don't know. I know you didn't see it.
I saw it.
And then there's the no room for racism.
Yeah, I
campaigns
saw all
and
that. I
kind of
saw,
stuff.
you know, people say England should have walked off the field. Why didn't they walk off the field? They spoke about walking off the field.
Yeah.
I saw all that and understand all that. Just for me, I don't actually know what was said by Bulgaria. I saw them being escorted out, the fingers being thrown in the air. I
Yeah.
saw some of the spray paintings before.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, I mean, it's because they were really like I watched the 24-minute highlight mini match thing, and they were really they sold out half the stadium and they put tarps over the other half
Yeah.
because they didn't want the stadium to be filled out because they knew that they were going to get a lot of heat. And even that didn't even stop them from doing racist comments and abusing the players. And yeah, the referee stopped the game twice. And then what happened was, I think it was, I don't know if it was early in the second half or early in the first half. Late in the first half or early in the second half. But the referee actually went to Gareth Southgate, is it?
Southgate.
And said, do you want me to stop the game and stop the game again? And when they stop the game the third time, that means the game finishes and it ends and players walk off. And Gareth Southgate asked his players, and the players said, no, let's keep playing. We want to take the win and we want to go, which is good. I mean, what England did is good because they ended up winning 5-0,
Yeah, they
7-0,
smashed
something
them
like
in
that.
Look, stuff like that, like we were saying just before, it ruins the international break. Like, the international break's shit as it is.
Yeah.
But you don't need fuckheads being racist about it and then causing
But
up a
that's
stir.
those kind of countries.
No,
though.
I know that's how it is and it's upsetting, but, you know, it just ruins the international break. Because then you got all that drama and, you know, you're just trying to play for your country.
Yeah.
And then they're going to have a fight.
You know what I feel
makes
bad
it
for?
worse.
I feel bad for the Bulgarian international team because it reflects on them.
Yeah. Well,
Their
the coach
reputation.
resigned.
Yeah, and the coach as well. It reflects on his reputation.
He felt they didn't say anything towards England. He felt they didn't say anything racist anyway. So he stepped down.
The crowd?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he felt there was nothing directed racist at
Well,
England.
I don't actually know because they said it in Bulgarian, so I don't know what translated
Yeah,
to in
I
English.
couldn't know either, but I don't know, someone would have had to hear something and say something. But, so he resigned. So, yeah, it's a bad reflection on the country, the national team. Yeah, the coach, as you said, it is pretty bad. You know, if I was someone like Berbatov, I'd be pretty disappointed.
Yeah,
But,
exactly.
You know what I mean? He put so much into his national team there, and he's from there, and he loved the sport. To see something like that against England, a country which he played, like most of his football in, it's ridiculous. So he'll look at that and obviously be disappointed by it.
I think the main thing was the Nazi
Yeah, that's another big thing.
signs that they did. But I watched this YouTuber. He did like a vlog when he was in Bulgaria, and he was showing the city around that they were at, and even in the city, you know, there was Nazi symbols on the walls, and there was even a sign saying it was a woman toilet logo. You know what those the women toilet logos, and it had like the no smoking cross over it, and it said like no women, it was like a really sexist thing saying like women shouldn't have rights.
Yeah, because
and all
aren't
that
they
kind of
allowed to
stuff.
watch the games now? Was it the Bulgarian women that were now allowed to?
Oh, were they not allowed to watch the games?
No, I think it was them that were allowed to go to the football games, and I think that's why Gary Lineker had a rant on Twitter where he said, "All right, you're allowed to go, but look what's just happened. You've just disappointed, your crowd's disappointed the sport itself." So, look, it's a hard thing, and it's something that no one wants to be put through, especially as a professional athlete. You don't go out there to get racially abused.
Yeah.
It's upsetting.
As well as it's very intimidating with the Nazi.
It's upsetting. It's
symbols as well.
disappointing.
Because a lot of people won't understand, obviously, because they didn't go through it. But the Nazi is a huge thing.
It's a
massive thing in terms of they destroyed half the world.
Yeah,
they destroyed half of Europe, or almost most of Europe.
If you know about it or not, that logo, the symbol they do, that should still hit you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's a fucking. Yeah, it's quite massive. Anyway, we're getting political about it.
Yeah, we are.
Which we shouldn't
because
be.
we're still waiting for Jack so we can do these friggin'
Yeah. Fucking idiot.
things. But well, what other game is there?
The other one was this morning, Sheffield Arsenal.
Oh yeah, we could talk about that. I want to get Jack's opinion on it.
I know what his opinion's going to be. Oh, Arsenal shit.
Yeah.
Nicolas Pepe wasted money, which...
Pepe, look, let me tell you something. It's very controversial at the moment with the Pepe situation because obviously they spent a lot of money on him, and obviously he's not, going up to that standard. He did miss, obviously, right in front of goals as well, which a footballer of that level should be scoring.
Yeah, it should be quite good.
But I mean, there's still time. You got to give him time. I know, obviously, he's not impacting as well, but he's doing some good things here and there. And you can't just call him shit.
No, you can't just call him shit. I look at it from Emery now. What is he doing? Because he doesn't. Besides Louise, Socrates, who was Jaka. Pepe's not performing. I don't rate Callum Chambers. I don't rate Kolasinac. I think he's just got a big build. Aubameyang's a freak. That Saka's looking quite good. Still young though. Joe Willock probably wouldn't start for me. Like he had Torreira and Ceballos on the bench.
I don't understand why he doesn't start Torreira.
Yeah.
I really don't understand why he doesn't start Torreira.
You can't tell me Ozil doesn't fit into that side. They're shit.
Yeah, I know.
What has he done?
Ozil and Torreira.
Yeah. What has he done where he doesn't walk into that side?
I know.
He didn't even make the bench. You've got that Martinelli who's actually quite good who's sitting there on the bench.
Was Lacazette on the bench as well?
Lacazette was on the bench. They're not good. Why can't he just walk into there? That's what I don't understand. So that's why I've got to look at it and say, surely Emery's doing something wrong.
Yeah.
But, yeah, well, Jack's back. Your thoughts on Arsenal?
As I told you weeks and weeks ago. And shambles, the club's not in any good position. Emery's... I didn't see the lineup, but...
The lineup, we were just going through the lineup now. No Ozil, which for Marcus and I think that Ozil should be starting over Joe Willock. And then no Lacazette, and he should be starting over Saka.
Wasn't Lacazette just come back from injury, though?
Yeah, he was just coming back, but he was on the bench, yeah.
And then Torreira should be starting over Xhaka for me.
Yeah, see, so I don't... That's what we were saying. We were saying from Emery now, what is he not seeing, or what is he doing wrong? Which, obviously, he's doing a lot wrong.
Just looking real quickly, Ceballos not playing. A little bit stupid. Probably their best been there.
Kieran Tierney's still not starting.
Ceballos has been there. He has been probably one of their best midfielders this season.
So I find that weird.
I
don't know much about this Gabriel Martinez guy.
Martinelli.
Yeah, that must have been his first.
Yeah, he's an attacker.
He's good.
He's an
He's
attacker.
a Brazilian guy, yeah, remember?
Yeah, he's actually quite
He
good.
looks like one of our mates.
Still young though. Still
Martinelli.
very...
No, Martinelli's Argentinian, I'm pretty sure.
Nah, he's
No, he's
Brazilian.
Brazilian.
I remember because he looked like Stefa.
But yeah, Pepe. What do you think of Pepe at the moment, Jack?
As I said weeks ago, wasn't worth the money. It wasn't not what they needed, and unfortunately,
You gotta give him. Would you give him time? You still gonna give him time,
it's
or
11
you calling him now?
games. That's an
9
easy.
games.
He's played 11.
Oh, because Champions League.
Yeah. They suck. Like their team is not appealing on paper. To me, it's on par worse than Man United's.
No, that's fair enough. They don't look good.
Back four of Kolasinac, who's strong. Besides that, pretty much useless.
I said that.
Chambers, they think there's their dying saviour because he had 3 assists the other week or a couple weeks back.
Yeah.
Socrates, Louise, match made in hell. And then Leno's not a bad keeper, which is just unfortunately...
Well, what were the stats of that game? Because you got to give credit to Sheffield as well for picking up the 1-0 lead. The 1-0 win. Bless you.
Stats,
Bless you.
Thank you.
I got him here.
68% to 32. Arsenal's way. It was 9 shots to 8.
Yep.
3 on 2 target. 1 big chance created for both clubs.
So, even in terms of, chances created.
Simple like Arsenal possession football and then...
Yeah, well, Sheffield, we know them to drop back. So they definitely held him. From what I watched of the game, they were sitting back for quite a bit, as they do. So Arsenal would have won the possession there. I say it all the time. You don't take your chances. You're not.
No, but it's even in terms of chances, and it's.
It's pretty fair.
It looks like by looking at the numbers and the stats, it looks even. It just looks like that Arsenal dominated possession, but they didn't dominate possessions in the right spots because obviously their chances weren't as greater as Sheffield's. So, it would have been a lot of just playing it around the back and trying to switch play and try and hold play up.
Unfortunately, they probably should have 6 points against 2 top 6 teams. Unfortunately, you didn't get the win against Liverpool. But
still, 4 points from, I think everyone predicted them to be shit.
Everyone predicted them to be in the 5th to 8th area.
Who?
Arsenal.
No, Sheffield I'm talking about.
Oh.
He was saying Sheffield.
Yeah. Well, we predicted them to go back down, didn't we?
So
they're doing all
They're
right.
currently sitting 9th here.
Yeah, they're doing all right.
7th with Tottenham. So they're doing well. Now that Jack's back, we'll get straight into predictions and our scores.
Yeah.
I've gone over them. We all did pretty shit this round.
Did we?
Yeah.
The granddad wants NBN.
Well, you know what? That's not new to me, so.
So I have to go install NBN. Well, not install, but be there tomorrow when he wants NBN. He's got one laptop. He wants to get fucking NBN. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like,
wait, who's this?
My granddad wants he wants NBN. He's got one laptop and he's got a phone that's a fucking Nokia brick.
Yeah.
And then my grandma's got like an old iPhone 4 and they want fucking Wi-Fi in the house. And I said,
fair enough.
Anyway,
we'll get into it. So Everton, West Ham, they finally fucking won these blokes. We've been giving them shit for a few weeks now.
Yeah, finally. And they beat a decent side as well.
Beat
West Ham not bad.
I don't think it was a convincing win, though. I haven't looked at the stats.
They finally fucking beat
no, they
someone.
fucking had a fair shot.
They had a pretty good game.
19 shots, 10 on target.
They had a good game. Bernard, I don't know why he made it hard for himself.
This was one of the games I saw with the highlights, but it was a decent goal from Bernard.
Look, it was
he should have taken it first time, but
he scored anyway, so he
went.
Gilfy's goal was pretty nice.
Yeah, very good goal, Gilfy.
Yeah, cut back on his right foot. He's got a good right foot still.
Yeah, he came on for the last 4 minutes, I think it was. Nothing special there. Look, they're still just trying to test the waters with him. They played Richarlison up front, so he scored, but it was offside.
Which I don't think Richarlison has lived up to what he was in when he was at Watford.
No, I think he has. I think he's.
No, I think he was a better player at Watford, but he's still got a lot
his first season at Everton was quite good when he first came.
It was decent. It wasn't as good as Watford's. I remember him at Watford being a beast.
I think he's still good. I think Everton are just in the shambles. But a win there hopefully gets them. Unfortunately, no one said a win for Everton.
Yeah, because they were
shit. They were shit at the time. So that's fair enough.
So what did I say?
You and me said draw.
Yeah.
Jack went with West Ham.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
they couldn't beat fucking Aston Villa 2-0.
Exactly. The next game was Aston Villa Brighton. Aston Villa dying seconds, won the game.
Yeah.
Jack Grealish scored again. Good man.
Aaron Moy red card, which
we spoke about.
It was just stupidity.
Fucking, are you kidding me?
No one got it right.
Now my grandma's calling me. Fucking hell.
That's alright. Go.
Take them without me. Fuck it.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just do it without.
We are. So no one got that right.
Wait, what was this game?
Aston Villa Brighton.
Okay.
No one got that one right. The next game was Bournemouth Norwich. They drew 0-0. Bore draw. No one gives a fuck. We all said Bournemouth.
Yeah.
So we got that wrong. Chelsea Newcastle. I watched it. We all said Chelsea, so we win a point there. Standard Newcastle game. You know how Newcastle play? They sit back. The first half was boring.
But that's Steve Bruce as well for you, because it's worked. It's worked for him. I mean, it worked for him against Man
United.
They
beat him. Oh no! Look, he did well to hold us and stop us.
Did I tip Aston Villa?
No.
Fuck. Did anyone tip Aston Villa?
Nah. We're just talking about Chelsea Newcastle game. Look, our first half was boring. We lacked creativity. We lacked a lot. We worked out we couldn't get through them, so we kind of just slowed down a bit, which isn't good.
Mason Mount playing well again.
Yeah, he played very well.
Hudson-Odoi played all right as well.
He's a gem.
I'm
sorry, he's a gem. I'm not just going to hype him up.
I thought I said something wrong. I thought he didn't play.
No.
When you looked at Jack, and I was like, oh, what? Did I fuck up?
No, because he's he's a gem.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not just going to say it because I'm a Chelsea supporter.
Tammy Abraham.
He's a fucking freak. Hit the bar, over the bar.
Didn't he miss a really good opportunity there?
Yeah, Yedlin came out of nowhere and blocked it.
Oh, that's right.
I was a bit
yeah.
disappointed because Abraham was taller than everyone there and they weren't putting it to his head. And when they did, he won 2 headers. One hit the bar, obviously, one went over. So I think playing him on the ground in a game like that, you can't do. Pulisic came on.
No, he's.
Nah, he was quite creative when he came on.
Yeah, but
We needed
overall, you got him for a cheap price, anyways. You got him for free, didn't you?
Nah, 50 mil we paid for him.
50 mil.
Yeah.
That's right.
No, look, he hasn't started a lot, but he came off the bench and he looked really good coming off the bench. So good signs there. Defensively, we were pretty well balanced. Tamori, Zuma actually played well for once. Aspilicueta still don't rate. Alonso scored the clutch goal, so I can't complain.
Yeah.
I'm going to give him another week.
Yeah, no, I love him. I really think he's one of the best left backs in the league.
Okay, now you're just...
Didn't you say a
You're
couple
fucked,
weeks ago?
mate. I'm sorry.
Wait,
You
wait,
cannot
wait,
call
wait,
him the
wait,
best
wait.
one of the best. No, I'm
Didn't
sorry.
he say a couple months ago that he's not a good, he doesn't rate
He
him?
can't defend.
No,
He
can't
said he's good at
defend.
attack. He
He's-
said Jack has always backed him in the attacking scenario. No,
The defense, I sit there. I just think offensively, there's not a better left back than him.
Yeah.
Prove me wrong. You can't.
I'm sorry.
Since
Anyway,
last week, goal this week. He's a monster.
we all got a point for that round. Next game was Leicester-Burnley. A few VAR calls there.
But Leicester won in the end, didn't they?
Yeah, Leicester 1-2-1. They're still sitting third.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
so they're doing well. Rodgers is loving it at the moment.
Yeah.
Good on him. The next game was Shit Cunt FC versus Watford, and it was a 1-1 draw.
Who's shit kind of
Tottenham. Because
Oh.
they're actually a waste of fucking time.
Did you see that stuff about Rebecca Vardy and
Yeah, there's
Wayne Rooney's wife?
Yeah, something going on there.
No, wait, what's this?
So on Instagram, someone's been releasing tabloids about the Rooneys to like the Sun News or the newspapers in England. And so she has Wayne Rooney's wife has a private account. That,
Yeah.
like she only has like private people on, like close friends, etc., family. And apparently, someone keep releasing stories that she's been saying on her private Instagram to the tabloids, which is like the newspapers and stuff. And she muted everyone. Had a suspicion it was Rebecca Vardy. Didn't mute her, and said something ridiculous out of the fucking plot story. And next minute she sees it on the news, and she was the only one that could see it.
Yeah.
And she full fucking was snitching on Wayne Rooney's wife. I don't think they're married anymore. Maybe they are. I'm not sure. But
Yeah, so there was a bit of a...
So there's a bit of kerfuffle going on.
and he lost
there.
in the MLS as well. He was, it was 1-1 or 2-0 or 0-0 at the 90th minute, and then the 120 minute, I reckon they lost 7-2 at Atlanta United FC.
7-2, let me get
think,
this up.
Jesus.
Fuck me.
or 5-2, something ridiculous like that.
He plays for DC, doesn't
DC United, that's it.
he? Yeah, they lost 5-1. So,
Yeah, it was
the
1-0.
32nd minute, Toronto went 1-0 up. 90 plus 3, 1-1. 93rd, 2-1. 95th, 3-1. 103rd, 4-1. 105th, 5-1.
So they just dropped.
They just fell asleep. And they did have a red card in the 118th minute, but that was very much later.
That's how you play good overtime football. Extra time, sorry, not overtime.
Yeah, that was... fuck, alright. 5-1. Thanks for that, Jack. Moving on from Leicester. Yeah, we were talking about Tottenham. Tottenham is shit. They drew 1-1 Watford. I don't want to talk about it. Wolves, Southampton. A 1-1 draw. We all said Wolves, so we don't get a point there.
I think we all didn't get a lot of points this week because there's a lot of draws.
Yeah. Southampton are looking alright. Danny Ings scored again.
Yeah.
They're actually not
Danny
looking too
Ings
bad.
is actually playing alright.
Yeah, he's playing good.
He's playing
football.
good. He never got the opportunity at Liverpool though. That's
He
why.
might revitalise his career here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a 1-1 draw. Next game was City Crystal Palace. City 2-0. They looked good, man.
Yeah.
I
and
watched,
we
I
all
watched a long
we all
highlight.
tipped them as well, obviously.
Yeah, we all tipped them. They looked very good. Manchester United, Liverpool. None of us got the draw, even though Pat said it, but went with Liverpool. And then the big one, Pat. You shot up.
Yeah, I don't
With
even remember.
Sheffield,
I thought I said Arsenal, to
Played
be honest.
Arsenal. You shot up, mate. 1 point there.
I don't even remember.
Well done. You did well. So, the final tally for round 9.
No, wait, how many points did we all get overall in that round?
Well, we only won the big game. So, we only won Chelsea, Leicester, City, and then you won the Sheffield. So, you won 4.
You're still fucking bottom.
We won 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was a shocking
So-
round.
After round 9, You're bottom with 36 points.
That's all right.
Okay.
Getting there, slowly getting
Jack's
there.
second with 40 points.
Oh, 4 points behind.
That's a lot
And
of
I'm
points.
top with 46 points.
Fuck me, this cunt's 10 points in front of me. What the fuck? He's got 46.
Yeah, you suck. You're terrible.
Okay, now we'll move on to next week's games. Let me wait. Alright. Southampton, Leicester, boys. At Southampton.
Southampton, Leicester at Southampton. I'm going to go Leicester.
Leicester.
Probably a draw.
Draw.
It's a 5:30 game. What the fuck?
I'm going to go for Southampton.
What a weird game. 5:30 in the morning on Saturday.
Don't know why, but I am. Alright. Next game.
City.
Manchester City, Aston Villa at Man City. Oh,
City.
City.
yep. Not even going to fucking ask that one again. We'll just all win a point there. Watford, Bournemouth at Watford.
Probably a draw.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the draw.
Yeah, I'm going to go for a draw as well. I don't see anything special coming out of that game. They both drew this round. So we'll go for another draw. Brighton, Everton at Brighton.
Everton.
Jack with the Evertonians. I'm going to go for Brighton.
I'm going to go for Everton as well.
Everton as well, no problem. West Ham, Sheffield United at West Ham.
I'm
gonna go West Ham.
Probably you.
I'm going to go draw.
Go on West Ham.
Draw. West Ham, beautiful. Burnley, Chelsea at Burnley. I've got to go with my team.
Chelsea.
Chelsea. 3 o'clock game. Fuck's sake.
Yeah, I know, it's such a shit time. See our Champions League time as well. 3:25.
Arsenal. I'll stay up, I guess.
What the fuck, bro? That's fucked. Newcastle Wolves at Newcastle. Crickets.
What are you fucking doing?
Who?
You.
You fucking...
I'm
you
gonna go
can-
for a draw.
There's no fucking order in saying it.
Go on Newcastle. Yeah, but you're just you're reading something.
No, I'm looking at the table and looking at stats.
So I've gone for a draw. Jack John for Newcastle.
Taking this serious
No.
now.
You're taking it serious. You're fucking bottom.
Newcastle Wolves. I'm going to go with the Wolves.
Wolves, no worries. So we've all gone different there. Beautiful. Arsenal Crystal Palace at Emirates Stadium.
Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace, AJ?
Nah, Arsenal.
Oh, spelled that wrong. Pat go with Arsenal. I'm going to go with a draw. I don't see anything special coming from Arsenal. Liverpool Tottenham.
Liverpool. What time is the game, actually?
3 a.m. Monday morning.
Oh.
Monday morning or Sunday morning?
No, Monday morning. Monday 28th to the 10th. 3 a.m.
Oh, so Sunday night.
Yep.
It's the worst.
Tottenham.
I'm going to go Liverpool anyways.
Tottenham for upset.
Checked.
That's not a bad shout as well.
Champions League rematch.
It's not a bad shout.
I'm going to go with Liverpool as well, Pat. They're going to win.
Next
Yeah,
game?
they will. And the last game of the round, Norwich City, Man United at Norwich.
Man United.
Yeah, I'm going to go Man United as well.
Yeah, I'll go Man United as
Nah,
well.
fuck it. I'm going for a draw again.
Nah,
fuck
Man
it.
United. Ugh.
I think,
So yeah,
I
there's
think,
the tips for next week.
yeah, I think
So
I think
what's the big
time's up.
game next week then?
Melbourne City midfielder.
The big game's
finds-
Liverpool Tottenham.
Liverpool Tottenham.
Even though Tottenham is shit, that's probably the biggest game of the round.
You hear this? Melbourne City midfielder finds his own tooth in the pitch after he knocked it out.
Was that Craig Noon?
Someone with a beard.
But anyways, so the big game is Liverpool Tottenham. Obviously, Liverpool need to win this. I think
Yeah.
if
this
they
is a
lose,
win.
if they lose or draw this, they're gonna start slipping. And if they, I'm calling it now. I'm gonna call it right now.
Okay, let's say here, if Liverpool draw, they go to 26 points. If Manchester City win, they go to 22 points.
Yeah.
So
Now
it's a
let me tell you
4-point
something.
gap.
Let me tell you something. If we draw or lose against Tottenham, City have won the league. I'm calling it now. I'm being dead serious. I'm
You-
being.
you
I'm
will.
being.
You're gonna
No,
lose
I'm
some.
being dead fucking serious.
Put a bet on it.
I'm being dead serious. How do I put a bet on that?
Put a bet on Tottenham because if Tottenham win, then you win money. But then if
No, I don't want them to win.
If Liverpool win, then you win.
I don't want them to
It's a
win.
win-win.
I'm just saying, if they lose or draw Liverpool,
Yeah.
you know, being in mind that City beat whoever they're playing, which
Yeah.
they probably will, we've lost the league, and I'm calling it now. I'm
a
being
big
dead
call.
serious.
That's a big call.
It's
So
a big
right
call,
now-
but I'm calling it.
Right now, the top 5 is Liverpool, Man City, Leicester, Chelsea, Arsenal.
I know Liverpool, and I guarantee you that's what's gonna happen. I guarantee you. That's if we win, then okay, we're still on par. But if we lose or draw, I'm calling it.
You're calling it.
Also, what else is there? Is there anything else to talk about in terms of football? When's the Champions League back on?
This week.
This week.
Yeah. So I'll get you.
Also tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow's Wednesday.
So what games are on?
So tomorrow we have Atletico Madrid by Leverkusen. Man City got Atalanta. Real Madrid got Galatasaray. Tottenham got Crvena Zvezda.
Yep.
And Juve got Lokomotiv Moscow, which I'll be watching.
Also, there you go. That's oh no, that's right.
And then Thursday you've got Genk in Belgium. And Chelsea have Ajax in Netherlands.
Thursday morning, what time?
5:30.
Okay.
We're 3:25, bro. That's fucked.
Oh, it's Thursday. I'm going to sleep in.
5:30.
Yeah, I'm sleeping in. Fuck it. Do you think we could beat Ajax in Netherlands?
100%.
Yeah.
Team's on a roll. We haven't lost for the past 5 weeks.
And you know, Ajax aren't as good as what they were last year.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know. I think we need a win. We do because we currently sit third in the group.
We won one, lost one.
Yeah. Same as Valencia. So we need a win. In Netherlands, it's going to be quite
Valencia
difficult.
will win against whoever they're playing. I can't remember.
They got Lille
I
away.
don't think they'll beat Lille.
Yeah, they'll beat Lille.
Valencia, no, they won't.
They will, I
I think
reckon.
Lille will win.
You reckon?
Or be a draw. No.
Well, I don't know. We need a result. Liverpool should beat Genk in Belgium.
Yeah, but you never
should.
know.
Yeah, look, you don't know. I think a big game is going to be Inter Milan Dortmund.
Yeah, that's
in
a big
Italy.
game.
That's going to be quite a good one. So, yeah, it's going to be a good week of Champions League football,
Yep.
I imagine. That's about it.
I just want to say one thing before we finish off, before we wrap this up. This is not got to do with football. It's so we were talking about basketball before, but the NBA is starting
It
Tomorrow.
starts tomorrow.
Huge outs. Obviously, Zion picked up 8 weeks out, 6 to 8 weeks.
You didn't know that.
No. I didn't know he had an injury, and then I just found out this morning because they just released it this morning
I
at 6
told
to
him
8
on
weeks.
Sunday. I said, you know, Zion's injured. He said he didn't know.
Yeah, I didn't
He's
know.
a bandwagoner.
No, I'm not a bandwagon. I just didn't know.
He is a bandwagoner. Anyway, yeah, it's entering
Wait.
season.
Yeah,
Steph Curry for MVP.
no.
Lock in for the Clippers for champ, and then
PG's out for the first game, I think,
doesn't mean fuck all.
against Lakers.
Lakers are shit. I got 2 good players.
If they beat Clippers now, you're
Clippers
gonna
are
act like a
paying
fucking idiot on
$4.50
here.
to beat them,
to win the champ.
yeah, that's
Who?
pretty shit odds.
Who?
Clippers.
What?
And a little smoky of a
Paid
bet.
$4.50.
Smoky of a bet. Tyler Hero for Rookie of the Year. Zion's out 6 to 8 weeks. Tyler Hero is a man, bitch.
Wait, hold on. How the fuck are Clippers favourite?
Because they got Paul George, Kawhi Leonard,
Patrick Beverly.
Patrick Beverly. They got Montreal Harrell.
Wow, but
Nah, they got a
State
good
are paying
team.
$13.
Golden State don't have a good
Golden
team
State
this year.
lost their best player.
Oh, they did too. Actually, no.
They're not
If you look
punks.
at the-
Just don't talk about Barcelona.
If you look at the
I do
power
remember
rankings, they did the power
Hold on.
rankings.
Memphis are paying $501, but
yeah, it's not happening.
We're
Did you see
bad,
the
bro.
power rankings?
we're very
No.
bad.
I
Uh,
don't believe any of that shit.
the
Miami's
NBA
paying
put out the
67.
power rankings though.
It means fucking nothing, bro. It's all bullshit.
Do you know who was top? You'd know who was top easily. It's we'll take a guess.
In what, basketball?
Yeah, in the
Like
NBA.
Teams or players?
Huh?
Players or teams?
Teams.
The
Power
Lakers.
rankings. No.
It's probably the Jazz or the Raptors or some
No.
bullshit.
Clippers. The Raptors are 7th.
The shit.
No, sorry, they're 13th.
Wait, why the fuck would you say Lakers if you just said Clippers?
Because that's how the NBA ranks them.
Tyler Hero is paying $15 for Rookie of the Year.
He was in $76 before, but then Zion got injured.
Yeah,
He's a
Zion.
good bet, and he'll drop 100%.
What
He's
about
a
John
ball-
Morant?
What's Jar paying? Like $4?
$360.
Nah, Tyler Hero's a baller, bro.
Although, yeah, and can I just say, although Golden State did lose,
Yeah, but they lost KD. KD's huge, and they lost.
I know
Clay.
they lost KD, but they've still got a
They
decent.
lost Clay. Clay's there for the year.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot. about
Anyway,
that.
that's enough basketball talk because I don't know how long we're going for now, and I'm going to end it here.
59 minutes.
Well, I'll talk for 1 second so we get to a minute. Oh,
One
an
second.
hour. Fucking hell.
That didn't even make
Yeah, I
any
know.
fucking sense.
Welcome back. Oh, fuck.
You're half asleep there.
Fucking hell. Oh my god.
You're half asleep.
You seriously did not just do the intro. Oh my gosh.
Thanks everyone for listening.
Oh my.
You're half asleep.
We'll be back every Tuesdays now. Hopefully, Pat puts them out on Tuesday nights.
I do.
Yeah, sometimes you don't.
No, I do.
He's a bit lazy. Backend
because
podcast
of
everywhere.
studying,
Twitter. If you want to come on, have a chat. I don't know, give
Yeah,
one of
let
us
us
a
know.
message.
Let us
You know,
know.
welcome to any of you having a chat. If you want to come on, have a bit of bands, have a bit of fun. Yeah, enjoy your week. Football's back on, Champions League's back on, NBA starts.
Good,
know.
good to be a.
AFLW draft was on today.
Good to be watching sports. Now you know you got a lot of great.
Yeah, cricket starts soon. Which, ooh,
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
anyway, that's it. Everyone, have a nice week.
Yeah. All right.
See ya.
Everyone, have a great afternoon or night or morning or whatever you're listening this to.
Pat,
Be
just
sure.
fucking end the podcast.
Be
Will Sparks this Saturday. Get rowdy, guys, and enjoy.
Yeah, 100%. See some fucking losers there. Really?
Enjoy.
Yeah.
You didn't do the outro properly. Be sure to check out our social media: Spotify, SoundCloud.
We don't fucking get views on SoundCloud. Watch it on Spotify.
Why do you see? We
Cause
got
Spotify
Mister.
is-
We got negative Nancy over here.
Spotify is a better place to view it, and it's easier than SoundCloud.
But I'm saying these are the platforms that
Oh,
we
look,
have.
Jack just wants to go get his sushi. Just let him go.
Anyways,
guys.
see you later.